My goodness, don't you remember when you went first to school? You went to kindergarten. And in kindergarten, the idea was to push along so that you could get into first grade. And then push along so that you could get into second grade, third grade, and so on, going up and up. And then you went to high school, and this was a great transition in life. And now the pressure is being put on. You must get ahead. You must go up the grades and finally be good enough to get to college. And then when you get to college, you're still going step by step up to the great moment in which you're ready to go out into the world. And then when you get out into this famous world comes the struggle for success in profession or business. And again, there seems to be a ladder before you, something for which you're reaching all the time. And then, suddenly, when you're about 40 or 45 years old in the middle of life, you wake up one day and say, huh? I've arrived.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Luis.
Happy birthday, Luis.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Huicho.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, babe.
Luis, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, son.
That's what I do. I know I was wrong, but I won't let you down.
I definitely consider him my best friend.
So Luis is my boyfriend.
He's my lover.
I am Luis's older sister, Cassandra.
He is Leslie's boyfriend. Just kidding. He's like a future brother-in-law.
Yeah, brother-in-law.
El novio de Leslie.
I am one of Luis's best friends.
I'm Luis' mother, so my relationship with Luis is very close.
I am his father. I'm Luis Perez, and he was named after me and his grandpa, Luis Andres. But his grandpa, his name was Andres.
Between about 6 and 7 years.
I've known him since we were about 13-ish.
Durante 4 años.
I've known Luis since we were little in elementary school. I was 7 years old and he was 9 years old. So 16 years ago is when we first met.
Luis. I have known Luis for about 13 years, from 2008 till now.
Me, going on 4 years.
Both of us. That's when I met him too.
I think you met him a little before, right?
No? That was the first time I met. That's the first time we all met
Going
him.
on 4 years. I have known Luis all his life. I don't remember the first couple of years of it though because I was still a toddler. My mom said that the first time when she brought him home from the hospital that I crept into the room and I peeked and she waved me over to come meet him and she showed him to me and I just said, oh, he's so cute.
Since he was born for 24 years. Yes, I remember when he was born at Anaheim Memorial Hospital. And he was a cute little baby when he was born.
From his birth, he had a tough start. When prior to having my trimester or 3 months pregnant, I had a cone biopsy, and so had a very shocking moment where he could have come, and so I was rushed to emergency, and I asked just God for him to stay in me because I wanted a son, and I know if I wouldn't have a second chance again. So my first thing I remember for his birth is that fighting for his life, and obviously he fought for his life too because he stayed.
The earliest memory I have with you, Luis, is when we were in the 7th grade. We had to sell dance tickets for an ASB dance, and we were paired up next to each other. I was sitting in one desk, and you were sitting at the other.
Cuando vino,
para decirnos que ya no era su amigo, que era su novia. Pues cuando primero lo conocimos fue la vez que se iban a ir a bailar. Y pues venía pues muy guapo y ahí fue cuando fue la primera vez que yo lo conocí. Dije, este es mi amigo.
I mean, I have so many, but one of my favorites probably is when we were in like 7th grade. We had this book. I don't even know who has it anymore, but we also wrote on our binders. But we have this book where we would pass notes and we would always talk about what went on in our periods, like what class we were in. And then anytime we would pass each other in passing periods, we would just hand it over to each other. And it had like all of our secrets and like all of our shit talking on other people.
Easter Sunday, it was the first time I was meeting the entire family and his first time too.
When Cassandra and I started dating, I went over their house to meet her family, and so obviously met him at the same time.
The earliest memory I have of Luis is when I was at Edison and I would have to sell the popsicles after school. So I'd get out of class early just to go get the ice and the cooler and the popsicles, and I'd have to sit in the front of school where everyone got picked up and sell the ice creams there and the popsicles there. So as soon as the bell rang, I had my little cash register there with the ice creams and popsicles, and all the kids would leave and no one would tell me anything until Luis would leave with Tony and Diana, and because they all live in the same area, and he would say like, bye Catalina Island, and that just like infuriated me because I was like, really, no one bullies me in the school and you're the only one who bullies me, and everyone else was nice, and he like make it a point to say it. I remember that, like him just turning around and like looking at me and saying, bye Catalina Island. And then I also remember him playing dodgeball all the time and being super good at it and being super chapateado all the time during recess. And I remember, of course, how can I forget, and he would bully me. Well, I felt like it was bullying. So that was Luis in a little nutshell. He was definitely a class clown back then.
The earliest memory, I honestly can't say, but what I can maybe is probably when I was 7 and he was around 4. Our mom got sick, and I think the day of her surgery, we were at her mom's house. And I remember everybody was kind of in their own melodrama. So it was just me and Luis, and we were sitting on the couch. And I knew he knew something was going on, but he didn't really quite know what. But there was like a unspoken concern we both had, but we just kind of like sat on the couch and watched TV.
The earliest memory I have of him is probably in Mexico when he was turning 2 years old, and I made a little cowboy party, and he had a cowboy piñata, and he had little boots and a little hat, and he was so surprised to get boots for his present, and like a little shirt with a cowboy bow and his little ranch cake. That impression or remembrance, I always go back to it.
Earliest memory was when he was so quiet that we were going out on a trip. Not a far trip, but I think we're going to LA, and we forgot him on the rocking chair inside the house, and we're like 10 minutes away from the house, and we all say, where's the baby? And we had to come back for him. And he was sitting there just sucking on his chupon. And like seeing us, where did you guys go? And he was like 8-9 months old or something like that.
He was shy,
Mama.
of course.
Very shy.
Didn't talk much. I don't remember him talking too
very
much
red.
that day. He got red. I remember that.
Era un poco más tímido, no hablaba mucho. Y tal vez porque no sabía español, pero pues poco a poco he ido aprendiendo.
Probably the same that he is now. He loves drama. I still love sharing secrets with him.
About the same he is now.
Luis, you were very loud. You were very obnoxious. You were outgoing, and you made fun of me a lot.
Luis was very, very prideful, and whenever he'd play dodgeball, he'd always want to win, and he was actually pretty good at it. He was always being chapeteado, and I remember him always wearing the black sweater with the red stripe.
He was a very curious little boy. He always wanted to know how things work. He would tweak everything, from his toys to Legos. He would break them, put them apart, and then put them back on again. But he was always very individually independent. He didn't really wanted to play with other kids, so that worried me.
When Luis was younger, in his toddler years, right? Because when he was a baby, he really didn't have much of a personality. he didn't even cry. When he was a toddler and the 4 age range, he would get super, super mad. Like he would just like a teapot. He would just hold it all in and then explode. So I just remember him being really chubby and his cheeks would just get super, super, super red.
Before he started walking, he was really quiet. He didn't used to cry a lot. But once he started walking, he was medio travieso, just doing everything he could, like hiding behind the furniture and write on the walls with crayons and everything.
The same. No, I'm just kidding. Luis now is, I think, much more aware of how to present himself and how to advocate for himself. And I think he extends that over to others, right? That he's able to advocate for others. Still is kind of a hothead at times, but I think he now has the ability to know that he needs to calm down and then reevaluate a situation.
He's definitely grown more into himself, that's for sure.
No, sigue siendo muy buen muchacho. Me gusta porque es respetuoso. Y pues, como dice Juan Gabriel, lo que se ve no se pregunta.
Dad.
Bien.
Bien.
No, ya mejoró su español, ya hablamos más, ya es más comunicativo.
Más relajista.
Ya es más relajista, ya.
So Luis is so mature, so wise, so smart. He is very well driven. He has a good head on his shoulders, and he has, I swear he's 25 going on 45 because he's just so wise. He's very sweet now and he doesn't bully me anymore. He's really funny, he makes me laugh a lot, and he is just a great person to be around.
He is still loud, he is still outgoing, he still makes fun of me, but now I can make fun of him back.
Way more talkative.
He drinks a little bit more.
Yeah, he's still the first one to fall asleep though.
He's still great. He's still, again, one of my best friends. And he's always there for me, even though, life kind of throws curveballs at us. We'll always check up on each other.
Right now, well, I'm very surprised that he turned out to be the guy he is right now. He's very good at what he does and what he's doing. And since a very early age, he wanted to know. He knew what he wanted to do, and I think he's accomplishing everything that he is doing so up to now.
Well, he's more open. He can communicate much better than before. He has friends, and and he likes spending time now with other people. He has a very good relationship with older people than his age. So I see him, he's doing quite well.
It's crazy because as serious as his occupation is now, he is still a goofball. He's still silly, and he's still very, very loving.
Luis has definitely matured a lot. He became more empathetic. He became more sympathetic, and he became more kind.
I think he's definitely started like kind of sorting out what he really wants to do. I think he's always been very motivated, but like as of the last couple of years, I've seen him really like focus and zone in, and like he's maturing in a lot of ways. So it's just great to see him, move on his goals.
So I think he's developed in a way that's very unique. There's so many different perceptions of who he is, my parents, his friends. I think I've had a unique perspective where I kind of see everything, and I see how he kind of fits into different roles with different people or different groups. And really, I think how he's developed is just someone that's more confident in himself and what he really wants, and is not shy to kind of use the lessons that he's done in the past, that the risks that he's taken, and being able to say, now I can take those maybe uncalculated risks from the past and apply that to my skills now, and take more strategic routes.
So I actually knew Luis from church as well. And at church, he was too cool for school still, and talk here and there. So I didn't really get to know him as much as I did before. But he seemed like he kept that too cool for school vibe. And I think once I actually got to know him, and he lied about everything on our first date, and I knew he was lying just to try to be cool, I could see right through him. I was like, he's the one. I could just see right through him. No, he's progressed so much in his life, in his career, and in his education, obviously. But I think that overall, he's become much more of a professional person overall. He has this very mature demeanor to him, which is, I think, one of his biggest developments. Even though he's still a goofball, sometimes he just seems more mature and more wise to me than before. Obviously, we all mature, but I don't know, I feel like he's matured a lot.
It's like I said, he's been doing really good. I'm really surprised, and not surprised because I knew he had talent since he was a kid, but I'm really proud of him that he's accomplished so much, and he's got a couple of other things that he could improve on, but he's doing really well up to now.
It's been with struggles of his self-confidence, and him thinking that I don't love him or care about him as much. Same with, I can't speak for that, but I think with that, and we always have to reassure him that I do love him, I do care for him, and I would give my life for him. And so once he's assured, he moves on to a bigger step and a higher step, and he has put challenges himself that he has accomplished, and I'm very proud that he has done that. Normally a kid, I would say any type of kid wants to just play and have fun, and he was very serious since a little kid to establish different norms or positions of his age, like getting involved and talking with older people or doing other things besides just play.
Luis, you are very stubborn. You are a one-track mind, and there's nothing that could change it. It's a good thing, but also can be a bad thing.
He gets really pouty. If he's like grumpy or grouchy about something, he can get really pouty, but he gets over it eventually.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna get mad. You're dramatic. You're so dramatic. But it's fine. I think I'm dramatic too.
Luis has more than one flaw, but I believe his one kind of kryptonite is that he closes himself off to people or giving people a second chance. I know a lot of people might not think of him as the most caring person, but I know he has a really big heart, and oftentimes that's why he doesn't open up to someone again when they hurt him, because he doesn't want, he doesn't want to go through that pain.
I'd say Luis's biggest flaw is his impatience with himself and with other people. I feel like within his own terms and his own life, he wants like everything to happen, and he's very impatient with his own success and his own career and life in general. And I feel like sometimes he can get a little impatient with other people. But I mean, that's one of the flaws.
He procrastinates, and sometimes he leaves things for the next day when you tell him to do something and he never does it, or he doesn't jump on things right away. But if it's his things, he takes care of them. But when someone tells him to, hey, can you do this or do that, or he's always like, depending on what it is. But he lags a little bit on that.
He's very impatient, and his impatience sometimes takes him to not listen and maybe not take opinions from other people, and maybe rush to things where I tell him, take your time. Very independent, now very self-assured of himself, and he accomplishes things. So he sets a goal and he gets it done.
His three strengths are PDI, being a whiz at PDI and all the mapping and statistics that goes along with that. He is a very good communicator, and by that I'd like to say a bullshitter, because he can bullshit with the best of them, I think. Even though I like to try to catch him in his tales. And the last strength I would say is he has a great sense of self and knows how to like show that to others.
He is loving, he is kind, and he is one of the most caring persons I have ever met.
He's very motivated. He's very resourceful, and I think he's just very he loves to share with others the knowledge that he has.
He's accomplished a lot, and he's doing good on his life, and he's since he was a kid, he's said what he was gonna do, and he's doing it so far. So that's one thing that he has excelled on that.
Me gusta primero que es atento y pues hasta lo que hemos mirado ahorita es buena persona. Y pues otra que es guapísimo.
A mí me gusta que que es estudioso, le está poniendo el estudio, le gusta estudiar y le gusta trabajar, y piensa mejorar en su vida. Esas son las tres cosas que me gustan a mí por él.
Luis has a good head on his shoulders.
Very smart.
I feel like he has a lot of goals that he's gonna reach and accomplish because he's dedicated to that. At least it seems that way.
The first three that come to mind are passionate, caring, and funny. And like Ashley said, you are actually kind of funny, even though I feel like us being together, we're funny together, even though Ezekiel's shaking his head saying that we're not funny. I think you're funny. So I think Luis is very passionate with everything that he does, and I think that whether he's like angry or he's happy or he's excited, he's like passionate with every emotion that he has, and everything he sets his mind to and he wants to do in his life, like he's passionate about it. Caring, even though he doesn't show it as much, I know he is very caring towards the people he loves and cares for. He's very caring for others as well, even though he doesn't know them. I know he just always wants to do better. He always wants to be on the side of the better good. And funny because he is pretty funny, and me and Luis actually come up with our own little comedy sketches. And I'd like to say that he is pretty funny.
He is super duper loving. As much as he doesn't want to support you in what you're doing, he's still supportive. And because he'll still yell at me once in a while. And loving, supportive. He is funny. I know everyone is like saying like Ezekiel right now, he's like, he's not funny, bitch. No, I think he's very funny. So when we were younger, we were the youngest ones in the group, like my sister and them. So we were always thrown in the trunk of someone's car every time we would go like mini golfing or to the movies. So it was always me and him in the trunk, and I think that's just a memory I'll always have with him. It's just funny because we were seen as the babies.
One of my favorite memories with you, Luis, is when we used to go driving around looking at mansions. We would just talk about the future and what our life is gonna be like. And yeah, I loved doing that with you.
Pues tenemos varias memorias bonitas de él. Cantamos, bailamos.
I actually have a lot of memories, even though it's been only 4 years, but every time we get together, it's like so much fun. It's awesome. I love hanging out with Lucho and Comadre.
Yeah, it's always a good time with you guys.
Oh, it was totally the time I tried to sleep with him.
I mean, there's so many memories to tell. I don't know if he'll remember this, but our mom used to make us clean the house religiously, and oftentimes, you know, she would give us a task and then just kind of leave us and let us do it on our own. So one time, I think we were supposed to clean the garage, and we, you know, decided to entertain ourselves and make a game out of you know, cleaning. And so we just started rapping, using different subjects and things that rhymed and Nickelodeon shows. And we made a couple of rhymes while we were working and cleaning, and we decided that we should start a rap group. So I think that's one of my favorite because it really, I think the first time that we recognized, like, oh, we're both funny. Even though I think people would be like, you guys are just dorks. So I think that's one of them. And then obviously now as we've gotten older, I think our car rides are probably my favorite memory or tradition, I guess, if you will.
There's a lot of good memories. We've done so much together already. But I think my favorite memory, and the one that like pops up first every single time, is when we went to Hearst Castle. We road tripped in one day, thanks to Luis for driving because I knocked out. We road tripped to Hearst Castle and we made little stops to Sylvain and to other little areas on our way there. And then we came back down and had dinner in San Luis Obispo. And then we watched the sunset at the beach and then we came home. It was just like a good, fun-filled day. Like everything that we had planned ran smoothly. We were having so much fun. And just like experiencing touring the castle and learning about it was cool. I don't know, it just felt like it was like a wholesome day.
I like when we go on trips, and especially I remember one trip that we went to Zacatecas to a wedding, and we ended up going to Guanajuato, and we spent a lot of time there with the family just together and talking and just seeing places. And I like it when we go together as a family, places or driving.
There is plenty, but my favorite memory would be spending time together. When we go to Mexico, driving to Mexico, us four in the car, talking about things from school, from friends, from future. And so that's one of my favorite memories, when we drive to Mexico and the four of us are in the car and he's sharing his thoughts.
Luis, te deseamos lo mejor para este día de tu cumpleaños. Te la pases bien y espero sigas como vas. Felicidades. Happy birthday.
Muchas felicidades, Huicho. Ya sabes que te queremos bastante y hasta mi comino piensa en ti. Nomás dice Huicho. Y pues te deseamos lo mejor de la vida y nos da gusto que cada día vas progresando. Me gusta mirar todo eso de que tienen esa hambre de salir adelante para tener ustedes un buen futuro. Pues sigan echando ganas y te deseo lo mejor y pues feliz cumpleaños, muchos abrazos y recuerda que siempre están las puertas abiertas para ti.
Luis, you know I love you. I will always love you. I'm always going to be here for you. Happy birthday, Luis. 25. You're all that shit.
Happy birthday, man. Enjoy your day. And
Happy birthday, Dile.
I hope you have a blast.
Happy birthday, Huicho.
And then this one right here. Dile, happy birthday, Huicho.
Dile. Happy birthday, Huicho.
Come on.
Say it. Happy birthday, Huicho.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Huicho. We hope you have an awesome day. We love you.
Happy birthday. Bye.
You know I love you, and I'm always gonna love you, and I care about you, and I'm really proud of you. I really, really am. And happy birthday.
I love you so much, and I really hope you enjoyed your birthday gift and surprise. I know it's a little different right now with COVID, but just know that we all love you so much and we all care for you so much, and we're all on your team. And I really hope that you do enjoy this birthday, because you are a quarter to 100, which seems like you still got 3 quarters left, but that means you're halfway through 50, and I will never let you forget it. I'm kidding, but all seriousness, I love you so much, and I hope that you enjoy the video, and I hope you enjoy your birthday overall. Happy birthday, Luis.
Happy birthday. That life continues to bring you all the blessings in the world. And I'm just happy to be, here in your life, to be able to see you reach your goals. And I'm always here to help support you however I can.
My last words for Luis, I mean, these aren't the last words, but for the video, is that I hope, everything that you've experienced, the people that you've met, the challenges that you face, only you use that to, as a lesson and not as a hindrance. and you continue to grow. Happy birthday, Luis. I love you.
Well, just, keep on striding, keep on going forward with your dreams, and I wish you the best for you to accomplish them. Believe in yourself. I know I believe in you, and I know a lot of people do too. And it's just a matter of you, working hard and being honest, and you will get there. Luis, happy birthday. I love you.
Yes, I just want to tell him that I love him a lot, and I want him to do better in life as as he gets older, and to always have plans on what he's gonna do and try to accomplish everything that he wants to do. And I wish him luck on everything that he's doing right now. Happy birthday, son. I love you a lot. Even though sometimes you think I don't, but I do.
I took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
All right, Cassie. A la one, a la two, a la 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Luito. Happy birthday to you. And he thinks he's Ken Clark.
More like a Chuck.
Chicano.
Wait, what'd you say?
Superman.
You said Kent Clark. It's backwards. Clark Kent.
Yay! Did you wish for something? Yeah. Oh wow, he's fast. Damn.
Take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bring it down.